Hey, collective. I hope you've been looking good, feeling good, smelling good, eating good, drinking good, thinking good thoughts, having a good time, sharing good energy in good places with good people, doing good things. All right. All right. Wow. Okay. It's the Four of Pentacles, and on this Four of Pentacles card, there's a woman, but the chest of her body is made of a house. And there's a fence around her with four locks. And then there's the rest of her dress. This is interesting. It's giving an energy of you saved everything, like every single morsel is what I'm hearing. You've saved every single morsel of what made you you. You've, I'm hearing a contract. You've contracted this many lifetimes. Also, here is the Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. And in this Page of Cups, this woman has a teacup that she's, quietly looking into. And there's a fish there. So it's definitely something to do with the water energy, water signs. And then the Nine of Pentacles, it has this woman that looks kind of like Chiquita Banana with a bowl full of fruit on her head. And that just may speak to all of the ideas and things that you have, that you're working on. And then there's a bluebird, and she has an apple in her hands. That bluebird is speaking to everything that you're getting clarity about. Yeah. There's this energy of having left the past behind. Whatever, things needed to fall aside that may have seemed like flowers. May have, there's a point in time where the flowers do fall off of the petals and things like that start to fall off. So there's this new life that's reemerging. Yeah, this Queen of Cups energy is out here. And I get that an energy, wow. It's like you saved what was important. You saved, your love, because it is the Queen of Cups. But she's also sitting on a pearl. Not a pearl, but on top of the oyster that has the pearl inside. Yeah. And then on the bottom is this Eight of Swords and Nine of Wands. Now on the Eight of Swords, there's an angel inside of a bird cage, but the bird cage is open. This may be happening tonight or at night. And then there's a Nine of Wands where the shirt of the individual here has a lot of marks, like when you sew up a wound, suture marks. There we go, suture marks. And there's a flower also in this person's hands. So there's something to be understood. Maybe it's by the way you carry what you've been through, the way you, because there's a rose here, but it's fully in bloom. And then there's this thorn that's sticking through it, which is more so just testing and confirming that like nothing can touch you. And if it does, it's going to fall flat if it's not what it's supposed to be. Yeah. So one of the things that I understood, because I just saw this Two of Swords, but there were two birds. So there are individuals, maybe there's two, who maybe had some blocked emotions or were avoiding things that are at a stalemate, is what I saw there. Oh yeah, here it is what I saw here. But these two birds are facing each other. They're talking to one another, and they're in the hat of the person on the card, on the Two of Swords. And then next to that is the Moon card. Okay. So what I'm getting is there were individuals that were attempting to do some type of dream magic or something like that. And they felt as though that in this dream world that they were coming after you, that they were, what I'm getting is fornicating with you. They're trying to fornicate with you in the dream world. What has actually happened, however, is that they've been with each other. So there may be two individuals that in the physical realm actually tried to pull on your energy and they slept with each other. These are people of the same sex. Um, that's maybe an illusion they didn't know that they were in. Um, it may have been like trying in an attempt to like drop off, a dirty package with you. If you've had a dream about defecating and you threw it out, not down the toilet, but like out where it would land on whomever it was that didn't need it to land on. That's definitely something that has happened. So these two people are either or have either had sex with each other or they're doing that in the dream world and they're unaware. They're very unaware because there's this chariot now that's coming out, and this person that's on the chariot is like a snail, but the chariot itself is a snail. Um, Maybe it's something that they had attempted to do for a long time. Maybe that's why even outside of the dream world or the spiritual world, yeah, they actually got together in real life. Maybe using their awake energy to try to connect with you. And at some instance, they were maybe even doing this at the same time, out of boredom, is what I'm hearing, out of boredom in their own life. And essentially, what took place is because this is the Six of Wands that I'm seeing here. What took place in that actual moment was you were in the energy of having self-confidence and progressing. Because there's a hummingbird with a little lady sitting on the hummingbird's back. And the hummingbird is getting the nectar out of the flower. So the reason that also didn't work is because at the times that they are trying to penetrate your energy, you're not even in the same vibration. They expected you to be in the Nine of Swords energy, but really you were in the Page of Pentacles. Ah, okay. It's kind of like you're flowering, you're growing things. You've grown a lot of things that you can actually stand on at this time. And this Nine of Swords was just coming, they were just trying to focus on your energy so hard. And it caused them to see each other. So they saw one another. But because these people were trying to penetrate your energy so hard, it made them attached to one another. Wow. Okay. So now they've attached to each other. One of them may have felt like they were an emperor because they could kind of puppet other people. Because there's an emperor here that's got a lot of people on strings in this big building. Like in the entryway of this big building. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It looks like maybe they've trapped themselves, whoever this energy is, with 8 entities. And essentially that's causing everybody up there in the crowds, everybody that was watching, everybody that they communicated about what they were doing. Those people have learned the true nature of this person. It's kind of like this person didn't realize that they were standing there naked, thinking that they were flexing their power. Interesting. They didn't know that they were fighting with each other. Like, it's almost like they were working with one another, but in their working, again, they may be doing the same things at the same time, trying to pull on your energy. That's what got them caught up. They opened up something. What is this opening up? They opened up something here on themselves. Wow. Oh, wow. It's because they're behind and working in the wrong energies. They're working in like this fire energy while you were sitting in your Nine of Cups. You've got your Nine of Cups fanned out like a fan, because the Nine of Cups here actually was, the cups are all little pieces of the fan. That's what maybe is when they have people interested the most, was when you're in your Nine of Cups. I got a heavy indication here too that you're no longer in the Nine of Cups, you're in the Ten of Cups. Oh yeah, See, there's this Page of Swords. It's someone standing on a bunch of books. And they're holding one of those, I think those are called dandelions, the things that, you pick up um, out of a garden or, field of grass, and you blow them and all the little pieces go off and they say make a wish on it. It's it's definitely giving wish fulfilled, but it came by standing on this knowledge, standing on this understanding. That's what's defeated them, I guess. It's because they didn't understand where your energy was. They had no connection to you. But they can have a connection with each other, which is exactly what they did. They connected themselves to whatever it is um, that they were calling on, whatever energies. One of these people does not believe in God, does not believe in the divine. Wow. And it was hidden to them. They thought maybe in your slow movement, because that Chariot card again here, that it wasn't slow, it was precise. That's what they didn't understand. Your movements are precise. Your movements are precise. You always reach your target. Now the Sun card, it's funny because it almost looks like she has a bird covering up one eye of hers. And there are certain things that you don't easily communicate outwardly. And that's been your shield for people being able to really see into you, because you're aware. Like, it's what's exposing them. You're aware, but you don't tell everybody. I posted something like that a long time ago. It's like, I can see what you're doing. I may not respond or react, but I see you. And that's the energy that you have remained in. And now it's being illuminated. People are starting to see. What they may have not realized yet, but they're about to, is that you haven't just been working on your inner child. You've been working on your current self. And you've also been working with your future self. And it's this is the Six of Cups that I was seeing in the pre-shuffle. So essentially what you have done, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you have healed 6 generations of the past. But it's starting with a grandmother. So it's your grandmother, your great-grandmother, your great-grandmother. Those are the 3 generations before you that have actually worked through in this healing. Because essentially what took place in this is, if the parental figures right above you didn't heal, they're not entitled to what's been healed. They're not entitled to that. So that's why it skips. There may be some significance with you feeling like it skipped generations. That whole set apart thing. But essentially that's what they didn't see, where you were giving to. Okay, that's what wasn't illuminated to them. So your 6 generations to follow you. So your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, your great-great-grandchildren, your great-great-great-grandchildren, your great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren. So you move forward at a precise pace to heal and make way for the 6 generations that are coming after you. And I mean coming after you, meaning like the generations that you bring life and give to. Okay? Yeah. That's what's got you resting so pleasantly. I feel like this card has a lot of feathers that are falling here. It's the 4 of Swords. It's what's, you have all of these things that are being given to you. Let me look up the meaning of a feather, because I feel like there's something significant there with that. All right. Wow, a feather is an epidermal growth. So what that's meaning to me is that this is something that grew, again, outside of you. This is not just something that you feel. Um, it's something that's being seen in the virtual reality, like in this reality as well. Um, wow. It's almost like you've interlocked. You know how like a feather has that bone, that, main portion of it, and then all of these feathers are growing out of it. They interlocks kind of like a zipper. Um, and it's made you stiff for your flight. So now that you're free, you have this boned, exterior even that everyone can see. And that was essential for you to be able to fly and display things. Wow. That's what's making everything fluffy and warm. Maybe that's your energy right now, too. Wow. Okay. Let's see. I want to see what feather's spiritual meaning is. A feather is a spiritual meaning that's linked to divinity, representing a connection to the spiritual realm and messages from angels and ancestors or guides. It symbolizes freedom, wisdom, strength, and truth, as well as new beginnings, hope, and recovery from the change. What I'm getting is that you've already changed the past. You changed that. And now is that recovery period where you receive. Wow. It's definitely a connection to the divine. So the divine is connecting with you even more. While you're holding this one feather, there are 3 additional feathers being bestowed upon you. Take it how it resonates. Ooh, the Ace of Swords just came out. Yeah, that's got a lot to do with your perseverance, because the Ace of Swords here, this person has a crown, but their crown is also kind of like a shell. You know how a shell like turns and twirls within? Or intertwines. It's basically you've unlocked all of that, because that's right next to this hangman that's got a zipper. You've also unzipped things for other people to see, is what I'm understanding. But you still hold that key, because there's a small little keyhole on this Ace of Swords, and the person holding the keyhole is the one whose crown is basically coiled up like a shell, and right in the middle of that shell where it usually closes up is where the lock is, like the opening for that lock. This is beautiful. A lot of self-mastery that can't be defeated, because when you master yourself, there's no one that can take over. So maybe that has something to do with that person. Ooh, the devil card just came out on the bottom. Maybe that has something to do with the person who didn't believe in God. Wow. Wow. So this devil card is someone who's built like a mushroom, and then they are caught in a web, it looks like, and it's not even caught in the web. So what happens after the web catches and entangles someone? This is what's happening to this person. What happens after something a fly gets caught in a web? The spider comes to devour it. And that's what's happening on this card. It's like there's these 2 cherries that this person had in their hand. Their hand is open though, like they had to let go of whatever that means. And right at their belly, right in the middle of their belly, is where that spider is devouring. So this is taking someone's gut out. Like you've literally gutted this person. So this other card here is this Knight of Cups. So you've gutted this person of all motion that they had to try to steal your heart, because on this card, there's a woman sitting in a lotus flower and she's holding this big, huge heart. The heart is like half of the size of her. So whatever's happened is gutting these other people, specifically the individuals that didn't believe in love. Oh, wow. And then this next card is the Ace of Cups. So in this Ace of Cups, there's a woman sitting on a lake, on a body of water, and she's holding this teacup, and the teacup is bigger than her head. She's holding this teacup, and out of the teacup or into it looks like out of it is a bunch of butterflies. And it was funny because before I started this reading, I kept seeing a lot of butterflies. And I was just kind of like, wow, it's not even springtime. And it's not just one butterfly. It's not like it's one yellow one, or it's one white one, or it's a multicolored or whatever. It's a lot of butterflies, and they're huge. Okay. And they're flying, upwards to my face and things like that. Right underneath that Ace of Cups card, where all these butterflies are coming out of, is the Wheel of Fortune. So those tables have already turned. Wow. And I split the deck, and it's on the Ace of Pentacles. Whatever seeds you sowed, and being reminded of the fact that I spoke about a contract. So in this photo, there's a woman sitting on top of the land, and the land is opened up so that you could see what's, beneath it. And there's this stalk where the leaves have grown underground. So again, there's a lot hidden about what, you were putting together. And this person has a bunch of hearts on her dress. Like there's 3 hearts. And then there's more hearts. It's a lot going on here. Give me a second. You may see a lot of birds. You may be connecting with flowers right now. But there's a lot of growth that happened underground is what I'm seeing in this Ace of Pentacles. Like there's a lot of time that was spent working on or planting these seeds. And it's giving more of that energy of that Sun card again, where something was left unilluminated to other people. So that's because, leaves don't grow underground. Roots do, but not leaves. Well, typically. Yeah. That was not something that whomever this person that was trying to puppet or pull people on strings, or who doesn't believe in God, or who's, tied themselves to these entities. It's something about this person is now in this desolate energy, and you know it. You know it. Wow. Wow. Okay. You know it. You're aware of it. Yeah. The next card was the Queen of Wands, and it was just this person so free. Wow. You've allowed love to open and enter into you. That's maybe what's bringing people more difficulty than they thought with their own emotions, is what I'm understanding. Is because they were thinking that you would respond and behave in the way that they do. When you took your love away from them, or your energy away from them, or, you just quietly moved on, it caused them issues. And they didn't ever, now there's 2 emperors, because in this deck, there's 2 emperors. There's an emperor who has more wisdom, because his mustache is tree branches, but he's adorned with flowers. And then there's the other one with people on the ropes. And so one was only thinking about the crown, the one trying to puppet people. This other emperor energy that's popped up is basically what also was hidden to them, what this person didn't know, that there was someone else that was already, I'm hearing the captain of my heart, so that Sade song. And this person had the right things on their mind. They're not wearing a crown, they are wearing an empire. Their crown is an actual building. It looks like a huge castle with lots of doors. So this person has thought of many ways and is aware, even conscious, very conscious of everything that will grow. This person may have spoke previously publicly about, how, because I don't see the flowers. Like this person may also have not received all of their flowers before, but that's what they're being adorned with now. Maybe this is something that this person is seeing, something that this person was building for and had been building for, and was conscious of bringing into their life. Yeah. They saw you as the person to do this with, because there's this 9 of Pentacles. This is that 9 of Pentacles with this bluebird and this Chiquita banana energy. They see you being so fruitful. Wow. And so determined. Maybe they've watched you on this journey, because next to that came out the King of Pentacles. But it's a feminine energy on the King of Pentacles, but inside her hair. Like imagine, what's that show where all the people are royalty, and it talks about them. It starts with a B. Let's see. What is that show? Okay, it's that Bridgerton energy. You know how their hair was really big in Bridgerton? So this woman has a big hair. And in there is a castle. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's giving that 6 generations again. So maybe there's this emperor and this feminine energy who's in the King of Pentacles. That's, set up and crossing this, not crossing, but it's set up looking directly. Basically, there's a 3 of Wands card that came out with it. And on this 3 of Wands, this woman is standing with the ship in her hand, just determining where, they wanted to, embark their ship. This is the same woman that has this city behind them, but their house is illuminated. Like their house stands in a different color. Like everyone else's homes are dark, but this person's house is yellow, bright, illuminated. So, um, wow, that's deep. Yeah. So this, whoever this new emperor energy is, has the same mindset, the same thought process, the same adornment. There's a two of cups coming out, and it's almost looks like two people. So the flowers on the two of cups are intertwined with each other. Imagine making a ponytail with the stalk or the stem of the flowers. Basically, it's intertwined. Um, this connection. Maybe that's something people didn't see. Yeah, maybe that's why you're resting so easy, because here's that feather cards where you're laying on this moon and you've got the feather in your hands, and others are being, um, I hear, it's like gently laid on you. So you're being, yeah, it's the truth card. The Ace of Swords came out again. Yeah, you've been given all the wisdom to unlock this for yourself. It was careful preparation is what I'm hearing. Careful preparation. Wow. Yep. So the card that I just told you about was this, was it the Queen of Wands energy? Whatever it was. She had that ship in her hand. Oh, it was the Three of Wands. She had that ship in her hand. Yep. Three of Wands. Now there's a King of Cups here. So this is the new energy. And in the belly of this King of Cups are two dolphins. And do dolphins mate for forever? Is what I'm understanding this to mean right now. Let me look this up. I want to see if dolphins, um, do dolphins mate for a lifetime?
No, dolphins aren't monogamous. They mate with multiple partners.
Okay.
However, male bottlenose dolphins can form strong, long-lasting.
Okay. So what I'm understanding is, this song keeps sticking in my head. It's a song by Roberson. It's called Lessons. It says, God has a funny way of showing you lessons. And it says, everyone that let me down led me to you. So what I'm understanding is, previously, maybe this person may have been in this polygamous energy where they, have multiple partners. Um, but and maybe that's even like their strong, long lasting alliances with other men, that can last for decades, which helps them cooperate to find females. Um, wow. But what I'm understanding is that may have been a past energy that's set in this person's gut, whoever this King of Cups is. It's because now they're holding a ship that matches up with the ship from the what is that? The Three of Wands. So in your journey to look and determine where you wanted to set your ship down to, start to embark, this person was also holding their own ship. They wanted to embark on from that type of lifestyle. Okay. Yeah. They wanted to have a different type of courtship, is what I'm understanding. Okay. That's being paired with this Nine of Pentacles. This person seeing you so fruitful and so strong. Okay. So someone has determined that, I don't know, maybe even this energy, because I'm getting that Eight of Swords again. Maybe this, they couldn't feel free in that. They felt, I feel like all over the place is what I'm getting. It's like being involved with too many individuals, and they needed to find a way to free themselves from this multi energy. They found that strength though, because the strength card is still staying right here on the bottom of the deck. So yeah. And they're realizing too that when they wouldn't, the time that they spent not going within has essentially burdened them. It overwhelmed them. It overwhelmed them a lot. So this is also coming out with this chariot energy and the snail. It took them some time to really get into this King of Pentacles, because that's what's out here next, is to really stand in the King of Pentacles energy in the way that it's fully, because what I'm understanding is like this person enjoys food and life, drinking and being financially secure. But there was, wow, right under this is the Wheel of Fortune. There was a change because that wasn't as fulfilling as something else here. Oh, wow. What? Okay. It's the Knight of Pentacles. So that Wheel of Fortune just came out. So that change and then that cycle for their life is over. So you know how some people talk about past lives? Past lives can be in this current realm, in this current dimension, the lifestyle that you previously lived. So this person knew that that was something that they wanted to move for. Yeah. They just had to take the time, because now that Page of Swords is coming back out. They had to take the time to really understand like what it was that was hurting their heart, because in this Page of Swords, even though this person is holding this dandelion and they made that wish, they're holding their hand over their heart. So they've gained a lot of wisdom about bringing pleasure and joy to their heart, not just to their world. They wanted something deeper. Okay. They wanted something deeper. And that's what gave them the ability. They judged themselves, is what I'm understanding. This person went through a period of judging themselves in order for this cycle to change. But what came out after that Wheel of Fortune, and when I was talking about like they saw something else, they saw something else that gave them a lot of desire. They thought a lot, and it could be a woman, because there's a woman on a horse made of leaves. Like the whole horse is leaves, and then the woman on it is flowers. And this is the Knight of Pentacles. So what I'm understanding, and that's going right over the Ace of Cups, what I'm understanding is this person thought long and hard, and now is in that manifestation or wish fulfillment energy of actually making that what they wanted. Yeah, this person is working hard, or has worked hard on transforming, because there's this Eight of Pentacles where this woman is holding this butterfly. It's about the size of her, and she's painting on the different colors and designs onto the butterflies. Again, a lot of butterflies here lately. She's also surrounded by butterflies. Wow. But the biggest one is the one that she's holding. Okay. So the way I'm understanding that, remember how we were talking about the additional generations and things like that? So the biggest one right now, the one that fulfills this is you. Okay. And on this other card, it's the Death card. And it looks like in this feminine energy is being open enough to bear their heart, because you can see right through this person's rib cages. And what this person is seeing is how much love that this feminine energy has for them. It's just like throughout her whole body is nothing but flowers and stalks of flowers. And now it's all coming out. And there's also a butterfly here on the flower. I wonder what butterflies are doing when they go to flowers like that. Because I know what bees are doing, but I don't think I've ever investigated what are butterflies doing when they do. What are butterflies doing when they go to a flower? Okay. When a butterfly goes to
Flowers.
to a flower, they are drinking nectar with their straw-like proboscis for energy. Oh, wow. So essentially, this masculine energy had been going to this feminine energy that had an open heart and drinking that nectar. And every time I hear the word nectar, I can just only think of sweetness. So it's that sweet energy that was coming out when I was using that food deck. But when this person was feeding, Because it says while they feed, pollen sticks to their bodies. And as they move to the next flower, they accidentally transfer this pollen. And it's a process called pollination. So even though this person was tapping into, and this feminine energy was, I guess, sharing their energy, like was open to share their energy with this person was taking this, maybe even accidentally, because it says they accidentally transfer the pollen, but was transferring this into their own life, and instead of maybe savoring it. Interesting. Oh, wow. And then it says tasting with their feet. Butterflies can also taste with their feet, using their receptors on their feet to identify suitable plants for feeding or laying eggs. So in that process, this person found, using their receptors. And again, there's that page of whatever where it said it was like a wish fulfilled, and this masculine energy had his hand over his heart, but he was standing on top of all of these books. So in that moment, this person was using their moments of, because I'm looking at, using their proboscis. It's to uncurl a long hollow tube called a proboscis to reach the nectar deep. So during that period of time, this masculine energy was maybe even unraveling himself, is what I'm seeing here, to kind of go deeper, because it says to reach the nectar deep inside the flower. Wow. And then maybe when he went back to other food sources, because it does speak here about other food sources. Some butterflies also drink juice from rotting fruit or minerals from mud and dung. So they started to see the difference. Wow. They started to see the difference between the energies, is what I'm understanding. Like, the further they uncurled themselves, maybe they were being stingy with their law of attention time, or holding on to their feelings, they uncurled that. And then when they would go back to other food sources, it wouldn't be the same. And that's when they started tasting with their feet, because that's the order they go in. They were sipping the nectar, they were using their proboscis, and then when they went to other sources, and then they started tasting with their feet. Wow. Huh. Huh. Oh, wow. And so then it's going on to the other behaviors. So this is where they're at now. The other behaviors, let me see, let me get back there. The other behaviors that are taking place right now. So they've fed on that nectar, and they've basically they found a host plant to lay eggs on. And then when those eggs hatch, the caterpillars will eat the leaves of the host plant. Wow, before pupating and eventually emerging as new butterflies. So that's what's happening now. Maybe they're feeding on one another, but it was inadvertent. They didn't anticipate this, with this host plant that they're laying their eggs on. This is wow. And then I open up and it's the Page of Wands. Yeah. And in this Page of Wands, there's what is that? It's the toucan. Is that the toucan bird? The one with the very colorful beak? Let me see. Yep. Yep. So this person is maybe well known for who they are, because it says well known for their large, colorful bills. Maybe this person travels a lot. And maybe this person is known to maybe be affiliated, because it says They're primarily fruit eaters, but also consume insects and small vertebrates. But this is what's being seen by this person. It's almost like this person, because there's this on this page of wands with this toucan, there's a man standing there with this toucan, and he's got on a, it almost looks like a cape, but it's like a raincoat like energy, and he's dressed in a suit. And this page of wands is sharp. They've got this huge magnifying glass. Oh my goodness, they've got this huge magnifying glass that's bigger than their head, but what they're looking at is this Eight of Pentacles, and that's where this person was painting all those colors onto this butterfly. Oh wow. Someone sees exactly where they need to be. Yeah, someone sees exactly where they need to be. Maybe this was even happening during a period of time where everybody else was also watching this person. But they see how much this person has grown from being in this Seven of Pentacles, like how much faith this person had in their own profit, in their own vision, and everything that they invested, because there's this Seven of Pentacles next to the Eight of Pentacles. Wow, so this person watched this person grow. And then in that process, this person watched them help them change. Okay, so someone has helped someone change. Wow. Okay. Wow. And there's this King of Swords energy. Oh my goodness. Okay, so on this King of Swords energy, it's kind of like like an Asian inspired gentleman, and he has a sword, but he's not wielding it. It's just like on his waist, right? But he also has a bird over his eye, but it's the opposite eye of that. What was this? The Sun card. So it's almost like they see each other. Both of their eyes have been opened. They're seeing each other exactly the way they should. And then I split the deck, and there's the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. And again, that Ace of Pentacles is where all these leaves were growing underneath the ground that nobody could see. And now in the Queen of Pentacles, it's like the whole entire skirt of this lady's dress is flowers. But in her hand, she's holding a basket of flowers. And her hair is made of leaves. And there's these two rabbits. Okay, hold on a second, because I'm getting some heavy, like, sexual energy. Yeah, whoever this individual, this masculine individual is, it's almost like the influence of this person, this feminine energy. They're seeing this person as very down to earth, very motherly. They're healthy in their body and their finances, and they're grounded and calm. There's something here about these flowers. Maybe that's what this person wants to give to them, but they see them with their own. Okay. Oh, yeah. They're seeing them with their own flowers. But they're awakening to something, because here's the trumpet. There's this judgment card here. And maybe this person is understanding that, like, whatever people were trying to judge this feminine energy for, she sounded the trumpet on that. That's what's given her this basket of flowers. That's what's unzipped, because there's that hangman again with the zipper. So this person, I don't know if this is the masculine energy, but the feminine energy has basically told this person, like, and this person has seen, and they've been made aware of, like, no, this is this section and this is the other. So this feminine energy unlocked a lot for this masculine energy, which has put this person into an energy of wanting to be able to bring this stability. So whomever this masculine energy, they know where they're needed. Oh, wow. Yeah. And then the world card is right under that. They know where they're needed. They see their place in this person's world, and they see this person in their world. So they're knowing now what they need to do and where they need to be. So that's what's been uncovered in this process. Wow, this is deep. Yeah. It's almost because there's a seven of cups, but it's a woman whose body turns into the clouds, and then she has a wand, and then but that wand is pointed at a specific star. So maybe this person is also aware too that this Queen of Pentacles energy is not confused. They've got their eye on them too. So maybe that's another section of this opening up and like illuminating. Yeah, that's woo. Okay, there's a King of Wands energy, but it's very heavy because now this person on this King of Wands has a wand, and it's like all this star like dust. So this person is being showered with this feminine's energy of love, and they know that this is where they want to receive this love from. They know, what strength resides in making this connection. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. And then after that is the Ten of Cups. And it's both the feminine energy and the masculine energy. And they're in water. They're floating in water. They're both kind of like in this mermaid energy. But, okay, no, the masculine is in a mermaid energy. I'm getting that has something to do with his strength to, like, swim away from the previous energy where it was in his stomach. But now it's been the tail that's kind of pushed him through the water. And then the feminine energy is the bottom of half of her body is seaweed. And it's a bunch of fish in there. This person sees this being they both see this being a really fruitful relationship. They're both staring at this rainbow. Oh, wow. They're both staring at this rainbow. Yeah. And then the Knight of Wands is under that. And there's a masculine energy on a horse jumping through a fire hoop, which is just more so like, this masculine has made himself aware. Okay. He's made himself aware about why people were looking at this person so much. Seeing that it was like some type of attempt to entrap this person, and watch this person save themselves. Oh, wow. That's the message here. And that's putting this energy, this masculine energy into this, like this, to make a quick conclusion. This is all the news. Yeah. And it's back to that King of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So there's a lot that's happened. I'm hearing over the years. Yeah, there's a lot that's happened over the years that wasn't being seen to others, but that was being done between the two. Yep, because now we're on this Four of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. And they're standing on top of the house holding hands in this Four of Wands. And this house is levels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. It's like it's 4 levels to the actual house, but then there's like the underlying level on the house. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe there were a lot of high ceilings. Things that they had to really go through and, rise above in order to get to the top of this house. All right, one more card and let's close that there. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Something in here about, whoa, okay, and the Justice card is on the bottom. And then this Justice card, this person reaches like above the buildings, above, into the clouds. Their head is the clouds. Like their hair is the clouds. That Ace of Swords is present on the Justice card along with the scales. And then what flew to the side is this Nine of Swords, people constantly looking in, and then the Fool card. So there's no possibility is what I'm understanding, because it was in the reverse, the Fool card and the Nine of Swords. There's no possibility for anyone else to maybe even see these individuals in the same way that they see each other. Maybe no one else could even uncover this except for this one person, like about each of them. Like no one could see. It's almost kind of like a God energy, if you will. It's like he saw the best in me, right? That's a song. And there's something about these individuals being able to see the best in one another. Okay. And that's what's bringing in this justice here. Yep, that's what's bringing in this justice, which ultimately leaves a lot of people, with hollow hearts and Flow of Hearts for masculine energies from the past, and then there's, you know, feminine energies, maybe trying to even cover up who they really are with like flowers, like trying to, yeah, but essentially what I'm seeing, because the next card after that is those are the individuals that are being called to this transformation for themselves. They don't have any choice but to let go of their hangups about this situation, is what I'm seeing here. Yeah. Regardless of what, they feel, is what I'm seeing. No matter how much they want to mimic the same energy is what I just saw here in the cards. So, if they're not called to it, is what I'm understanding. If they didn't have the foresight to create that for themselves, they can't, they know they can't expect anything else, is what I'm understanding. This energy between these two is too strong because of its, all the leaves and things that were kept hidden, all these, things that blossomed without other people's knowledge. So it is what it is. Anyway, I hope that this has been helpful and insightful in some way, shape, or form, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.